Well, another morning, another day. We're about day 4 now, Morzine. It's an early start, can you believe? It's about 7:30 in the morning, because we are going to try and get you guys a view of Mont Blanc, and we're going to hire a little car, because 3 of us can't fit on Peggy the scooter. So this is amazing, isn't it? Look at this. There's some cars parked in the car park here in Morzine, and Rhiannon tells us that you can just do it all on the app. You can unlock it with an app. You hire it on the app, having uploaded obviously in your driving documents and create an account, which they did last time they were here. And so the idea is then that you log into the app, say I'm here, it unlocks it for you, which is incredible technology, and off you go without ever seeing a person or having to have anything checked or whatever. So that's the plan anyway. So we're at the car, and we're hoping that it's going to now open, and miraculously we're going to be able to use it. So we're just doing the usual checks, taking photos, making sure it's all right. And in fact, as Rhiannon was just saying there, the app actually makes you take photos all around the car, so that it shows what marks or scratches there may be on it, including that little one on the back bumper there. Yeah. And what's the company, Rhiannon? What's the company called? Getaround.fr. Getaround.fr. So it might be well worth it if you're out here for a while, like us, for sort of 6 weeks. We're seriously considering perhaps it might be something for the future, albeit of course we've got Peggy the scooter, so it might be a winter thing perhaps, but if it wasn't, the weather wasn't so good. But yeah, get around, check it out. Looks like useful to have if you've not got a Peggy the scooter in the garage, or if you just fancy one of these little tiny runarounds. Dead convenient. But anyway, if you wanted to know a bit further, jump onto their website. But we also chose today as it was always going to be a bit of a last minute thing. Look at that sun coming up there. It was always going to be a bit of a last minute book, because we wanted to try and get the best weather, because obviously we're going up to about 14,000 feet today, and doing some of the must-do things when you go to Chamonix. Chamonix is where we're going to head for now, and hopefully bring some fab views, guys. Well, the car worked. The amazing app on the phone opened the car for us, so we're now bound for Chamonix, and just going past, as you can see, just more amazing scenery. The road as well, look at it weaving its way up towards the Mont Blanc range now. We're nearing Chamonix, only about another 10-15k to go to get us into our into Chamonix, in the car park where we look for our amazing gondola, I think it is, or a train or something that Rhiannon's told us about. So we're thoroughly looking forward to that. And look, the skies are still clear, so very much hoping to give you some lovely views. And we're just coming up to a divide here where, if you were heading for Italy, you would fork right into the Tunnel du Mont Blanc, which again is a paid crossing. Once you're out the other side, you're in Italy, but we'll be just branching off left to go into Chamonix, where we're going to park up before heading up on our adventure. And then literally just as we were coming into the edge of Chamonix, we've chosen a car park which is on your right, just as you come in on that road, which gives us access. You can see the wires already overhead here for that amazing cable car ride that we're about to take, up to that incredible peak. Wow. Oh, and there we go.
There you go. That's what
There's our
we'll be on.
There goes the cable car that we'll be on, hopefully, very soon. Wow, there's the cable car going up into the distance there. And it looks like we've been very lucky choosing the right day to make the dash to Chamonix to get the clear skies. It's a bit of cloud forecast this afternoon, but we've got a slot in about 3/4 of an hour. You can book it online, and it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but what we've done is we've bought a ticket that we paid £68 a head for in GBP, and that gives you access to 2 or 3 different things. So if you bought them individually, say the ride up the gondola, and then we're going to have a look at an ice cave as well, and then we've got an opportunity to go up another cable car over the other side if there's time. So we're doing like 3 or 4 of the things here, and I'll talk about them more as we go around. But to buy a single ticket to do them all is definitely the cheaper way than if you sort of pick them off individually on different days. So if you can squeeze them all into a day, from what Rihanna says, it's a good day to try and squeeze them all in, but it's the most economical way of doing it, albeit 68 quid a head sounds quite a lot. Hopefully it's will become self-evident that it's money well spent. And you can see they're certainly going off prepared for ice climbing up there, and wow, I hope those cables are strong enough. I did have a burger yesterday, so I hope that doesn't affect the weight on the cables. So yes, the part to the big car park, and then it's just under the main road, which either gives you a run into Chamonix, where you can go for a stroll round, or of course the access to the cable car. And the car parking, incidentally, was about €1 an hour, I think, so not too bad at all, really. For the perhaps 6 or 7 hours we might be here doing the different activities here. And you may have wondered, of course, why we're oh, there we go, the Aiguille Du Midi, there's the cable car. But you may have wondered why we're all togged up with coats and God knows what. Well, that's obviously because it's about, I think at the moment it's about -3 up at the top there, feeling -6, and yet obviously at the moment down here it's about probably, we're 8:30 in the morning, it's probably hitting about 19, 20, 21 already down the bottom here. So it's a huge temperature drop as you head up to those snow lines there, as you can imagine. In fact, look at that, you can just see it right up on the top there. There's that tiny snowy peak there, and then that tiny little tower. That is the Aiguille Du Midi. Bring it on. And there's the entrance, so you can once you buy online you get your electronic ticket, obviously with a QR code. You don't need anything else if you've got the receipt in your email confirmation. You just merely show it to the scanner and the access point there, or show it to the physical human on the access point there, and they let you through. Up there you've got your boarding card number, so we are car number 32, so they're boarding 28 at the moment. So it comes up there to give you plenty of warning, and again there you see saying cabin 28 boarding now. Gazillions, look at all these skiers and ice climbers heading up there. Fantastic, a bit surreal really when you're in sort of 20 degrees plus with not a drop of snow, and you've got everybody togged up in skiing and ice climbing kit. Amazing. And as well, look, you can see where it says good morning, minus 4 degrees at the top at the moment, and it's clear, which is exactly what we want. Hence I've got my hoodie and a windproof as well. Right, excited to be heading up, ladies?
Yes, of course.
Oh yes, and of course Rihanna, you've been lucky enough to go up before already, haven't you? Yeah, fantastic. But fortunately Rhiannon is showing us the way and navigating us through some of these amazing sights, so we're very much looking forward to a crazy gondola ride. And just to clarify that, so the 60 odd quid we paid, access to that up to the Aiguille Du Midi. Then the second part of the ticket is this, which we'll be heading up which is the Mer De Glace, or the Sea of Ice, and a little train trip up to that. You can get out, go and have a look, and I think there's some ice caves up there. And then the third bit that we've got access to, you can just see the pylons heading up to that peak, so that's another thing. Rhiannon says that there are other things that all-inclusive ticket gives you, which are things that you could actually do in Italy, so it may be that it carries on over into a second day, but yeah, so it looks pretty good value really. Just see the parascender up there as well. Wow, that must be an amazing way to see it. Thermals must be amazing today because it's so warm down at the bottom here. Wow, I bet that is a way to see it. We've just strolled into Chamonix while we waste 15-20 minutes before our cabin 32 is due. Look at the different colour as well. It's just a slightly muddier colour because it's real proper glacial outwash, that coming straight off the sort of glacial moraines of the well, the Mer De Glace and all the other peaks around us, before it goes that amazing turquoise colour as it gets further down the valley and the sediment settles. Very pretty little town again. God, that is absolutely nuts. Look at that, you can see a tiny, just below the summit of the Aiguille Du Midi where the tower is, just see a tiny little speck of a cable car where we're heading.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
That's some serious height climbing. That's a great view as well, just while we walk around Chamonix. Look at that glacier coming down there, and you can see with the grey sides the way it's receding back up, pushing that huge, pushing the huge pile of glacial moraine in front of it. Yeah, receding up the mountain. Wow. So we just got to our halfway. We swapped cable cars, so there's our next one coming in. You can just see the cables disappearing up there to the Aiguille Du Midi. Wow! Those of you who saw our trip to last year into France too, when we went up Le Grave, makes Le Grave look like a tiny little hillock. Mont Blanc is obviously the highest mountain in Europe, and from the Aiguille Du Midi we should be able to get you a really good view of the top of Mont Blanc. Wow, you can feel the temperature drop already. Temperature drop a fair bit as soon as you're out of the sun. But look at all the paragliders up there. Wow, that must be just an incredible way to see this beautiful part of the world. Incredible. See some evidence down there of an avalanche that's come down. And if you can't, you can pick them up. Over there, there's some tiny sized people doing some sort of cross-country skiing there. Ears popping like mad as we climb to over 4,000 metres. It's completely iced, this glacier coming over the top here. There. Wow, ears going again. Look at that slab of ice. Wow. It's like, almost like you've gone to the surface of the moon. It's so incredible up here. Wow, look at him just taking off there. Whoa! Speed riding, Rhiannon tells us. Oh my word! That is nuts!
Where they're all coming from is the Mountaineers exit at the top. We'll go past it in a bit. We'll walk past it.
Wow!
On the other side.
That's literally like we've landed on another planet. It's truly breathtaking, guys. Truly breathtaking. So we're just off the cable car, and then you walk through this little tunnely bit. And yes, you can see people putting coats on. It's definitely definitely dropped. Careful of any frozen water on the paths here. What an incredible difference. Oh my word, look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh God. Oh my God, look at this. It's just breathtaking. Wow. Oh my word, I hope you like heights, guys. That is a long way down. Look at those icicles. Whoa. Wow. Beautiful, just beautiful in the sun. Let's go and show you the other side. Whew, yeah, that's well fresh. I think I'll be putting my windproof on in a sec. So there's a Mountaineers exit, Rhiannon tells us, out of where we've just got to, and obviously you've got to have the right pass to be allowed out of the crazy people's exit, I'd call it. Oh my God, look at that. That is nuts, and all the kit and stuff they're taking with them before they then just throw themselves. And look at this. That is where we came from, folks. Chamonix down there. A speck in the distance. That is just stunning. -4 plus the wind chill. There's a bit of a breeze, not much, but wind chill takes it to about -6. So if you're coming up here, even though it's in the 20s down at the bottom, then definitely bring some sort of windproof and a layer or two. And I've even gone full on jeans, which is crazy, thinking you're 20s down below, but yes, Rhiannon told us to come prepared, so we did, and just as well, it's well fresh. Beautiful, but well fresh. So from the terrace, you can then got obviously that Mountaineers exit I talked about, but there's also a cable car, Rhiannon tells us, where you can actually go across to Italy if you wanted to. I think you'd have to pay another fee for that, but we're not going to do that today. But what we are going to do now is try and get the lift up to that top of that spike which we showed you from the very bottom.
This is the Mountaineers
Oh
exit.
my word, look at this. Look at that. We're now literally in an ice cave. Wow. My God, I've touched Mont Blanc ice, the highest in Europe. That is beautiful ice cave. Wow. Oh my word.
This is the Mountaineers exit. It's cool, isn't it?
It's very cool in every sense of the word.
They re-bended as they went round and then like under that way.
So that's Ben is Rhiannon's husband, and he's certainly one for the mountains too. Sadly can't be with us at the moment, but wow. Take my hat off to anybody who's gone through this gate, that's for sure. So lucky as well, because it looks like the clouds are brewing up a bit there. We've definitely got up here at the right time. You've literally got to weather watch to make the charge up here. It's like they're walking off to another planet, isn't it? speck that is Chamonix. And there's that, there's the pictorial representation, and here's the entrance for the cable car that goes across to Italy. Wow. And there, incidentally, there you go. There's the height. So Aiguille Du Midi, 3,842 metres. And then the view we'll get there at Mont Blanc, 4,810 metres. Wow. Just incredible. So we're off to find the lift now to get up to the top of that spike so we can go even higher. Oh, there we go. There's the Italian link, look at that. Oh my word, this walkway. Look at that down there. Wow. I tell you what guys, you've just got to do this. If you're coming up this way or down to France, you've got to do the detour and try and hit this at on a clear day. I mean, you're hopefully getting a real feel of it from the film, but it's just being actually stood up here and looking around is just, it is breathtaking. There's no other word for it. And of course you can see as well, you know, from these sort of little crevassy type and ripples there, that it's all active glacier on the top here. The traces of which we obviously saw as we came up where it's been receding, but yeah, so snow on top of the glacier here as it feeds off into all the different drop-off points.
Shit, I got lost.
Wow, and there it is.
You can see
Right in the centre of Pic.
the climber there.
Yeah. There is the peak. The highest point in Europe, look at that.
We've seen all the climbers there. There's
Wow.
loads of them.
Oh
There's
yes.
like 15 people.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And there's another climber just over there.
There, that cabin.
Oh yes, the cabin,
That's a refuge for climbers, so you can like sleep there.
Wow.
You have to climb up to it though. That's why there's so many people around here, because they all stay there.
Yeah. Look at little ants, tiny little ants down there. Skiers, climbers.
These people are going up Mont Blanc.
Oh yeah, yeah. All the little tiny little trains of people heading up to that amazing summit. Well, that's one for the Motorhome Adventures Diary. The highest point, not quite, but within sight of the highest point in Europe.
Crazy this glacier is here, with that giant overhanging bit that's like ready to break off.
Whoa, yeah, yeah, down there.
That glacier's gonna
Huge slab of glacial ice there. Here, a heli coming in. Yeah. So there we go, there's the pictorial representation. There's our 4810 metres straight up there. Just amazing. And there, of course, is the last bit of our adventure. We're going up. So there's an interesting infographic as well. It talks about oxygen in the air, ground level obviously, and then Aiguille Du Midi, we're going to be at 65% of 100, but look at Everest, 30%. Hence the need for oxygen, but you can definitely feel it. You know, if you go for it up the stairs or walk too far, exert too much, you can definitely feel the fact that you're at 65. Oh, an elevator waiting time as well. There we are. At the very top, the Aiguille Du Midi. Back to Mont Blanc there. We are now officially at the topmost point that I'm certainly going to get to. I'm not ready to put my snowshoes on yet to head up there, especially before lunch. There we go, 12,602 feet. So what's that about? 4 times odd the height of the highest peak in the UK. 65% oxygen, but still perfectly okay. As if I didn't take you up enough heights, look at this. So there's another little bit where all part of the price we've paid, but we're now walking on glass. Not that see-through, but you can get the effect, can't you? So there's a little bit here where you've just got to wait to go out into a sort of full glass enclosure. So it's got to be done, hasn't it? It's got to be done. And then the little that bridge down there, that was the bit where we first came out to all those wow moments. So we haven't actually yet been up on that bit, but you can see you've got just some amazing, just completely built for panoramic viewing. Lovely. And there we go. There we go, look at that. The step of faith. Down from the lift, and there's a little sort of climbing museum here, which is really interesting. Climbing through the ages, some of the old bits and pieces that we used to use. Definitely need a chalk bag. And the granite of the granite of Mont Blanc. Look at this, 1956. Him with his woolly jersey on, very smart indeed. Slightly different to nowadays. Wow, and a depiction of all the ice at the top here. Blimey, vertical snowboarding. There are some crazy dudes in the world. Cool, yeah, base jumping, wow. Oh my word, you can even walk a tightrope, highlining. Just walking across to those roof decks that we saw from right at the top there, through more of these amazing granite caves. So there we are, back to our first bridge, and then we've Got a cafe and bits and bobs over here. Look at that, there's a slab of granite to climb. In fact, if any of you have seen Alex Honnold's Free Solo, it's called, it's on YouTube I think, but well worth a look at that film, because it's obviously a guy climbing, but he's climbing without ropes, and it is the most incredible film about the passion of one guy who does without ropes climbing. It's just the most incredible thing to watch. You're on the edge of your seat all the time, but him going up a sort of slab like this, when you get up close to these sort of sheer faces like this, it does make you realise how incredible that feat was of Honnold's in that film. Amazing film, check it out. And that was the tour of the summit, so we're just on our crazy piece of wire again that's going to throw us down the mountain. Just wandering through Chamonix Centre now, heading towards our next stop, after a little grub stop as well. Look, lovely little tourist train there. What a pretty little town centre it is. How could it not be amazing with that backdrop, eh? And you tell me where you get a view down the high street like that. It's just, that is, be worth coming shopping for, wouldn't it, every day? Not my favourite occupation, shopping, but I would do for that view. There's the main station in Chamonix, and then you go up and over this nice little bridge to the Mer De Glace, and the little train that we're about to head on to now. Oh, wow, look at that. There we go, there's the little station for our next adventure. Lovely. So this is the little train. They go about every 20 minutes. If you did it as a standalone, it's about €37, I think, per person. And unfortunately, until the 2nd of June, the ice caves are closed, so that when you get to the end on this train, you get the chance to go down to the ice caves. But they're closed till the 2nd of June, but we're certainly going to go for a potter on the little train here. So it goes up quite an incline. You can see just behind us there the incline of the train, and these seats here are sort of angled particularly upwards so that you don't slide off your seat as we go up the incline. Enjoying your train ride, are you, lovelies? See the gradients that we're going up, incredible. Get an idea of the gradient with me keeping the camera level and the gradient to the windows. It's got to be about a 1 in 3 train ride, I reckon. Sounds like he needs a push as well. Better jump out in a minute, I think he might need a push.
There's somebody up there. Over the trail. Yeah, there's a hiking trail here. Yeah, is that? Yeah. Yeah, you see the hiking trail? Oh yeah, yeah.
Looking down there, we've only been climbing about 15 minutes, but the range of the train from bottom to top is about 900 meters, so 2,700 feet ish. No, add a bit more, I guess, 2.8 something for meters. So that's a fair old climb in such a short time. Amazing. The engine at the front of this must do a hell of a lot of work. And to give you an idea of, put it in perspective, so Chamonix, the town, starts at 1,085 and meters, that is, and Snowdon is about the same height. So the town itself starts high enough, and then we've gained another 900 odd meters. Just waiting for the other train to come down. See the notched teeth in the middle. I think it definitely needs that. It wouldn't get any traction if you're on standard steel wheels and steel track. Wow, look at that peak up there. Whoa, look at that drop. Wow. Talk about the perfect U-shaped valley. Wow. That is geologist heaven, that is. Which from many, many years ago, I remember bits and pieces of my geology, but wow, look at that. Sea of ice, ice underneath there, and there of course is the cable car, which sadly we can't do today, which takes you down to ice caves, or down to some steps, and then you go down the steps, and that takes you all the way down into the ice caves, which is underneath the moraine here, glacial moraine. Wow, it's sandwich time. They're just telling us a bit about it at the top here. So let me just show you our picnic spot as well while we're at it.
Il a mis 5 jours en solitaire pour arriver là-haut. Et ce pilier, malheureusement, aujourd'hui, on ne peut plus gravir. Non pas parce qu'aujourd'hui, on n'en est plus capable, mais parce que ce pilier s'est complètement déstabilisé entre le 29 et le 30 juin 2005. Vous auriez été sur la terrace à ce moment-là, vous auriez pu assister à la...
And all this, excuse the sandwich, all this glacial moraine is covering the ice, so this is still an active glacier going all the way past us. But you can see how it's cut its classic U-shaped valley there. Definitely something we'll have to come back to, just be another excuse to come back to the ice cave down there. Well, I must say I'm pretty pleased our daughter has chosen to live somewhere like this. Unending wows. You can just see down the bottom there, there's some of the entrances into the ice that's underneath that moraine. Amazing. Definitely have to come back and have a look in those. Walk under a glacier would be quite something. Hopefully, one's able to do it for many years to come.
Il est situé à 12 000 km d'ici, dans la partie sud de l'océan Indien, dans l'archipel des Kerguelen. C'est un archipel français. Et dessous, il y a une énorme calotte glaciaire, c'est la calotte Cook. Et pour le coup, la calotte Cook, c'est le plus grand glacier français. Dans les Alpes françaises, c'est bien le plus grand. Et à l'échelle des Alpes tout entières, c'est le troisième. Il y en a deux encore plus grands.
Amazing glacial waterfalls coming
Ici, on a un glacier qui fait
down the sides here.
Alors là, on en voit plus la partie terminale. Il y a encore 8 km de glacier derrière le virage sur la droite. On a encore à peu près 4 milliards de mètres cubes de glace, répartis sur une surface de 30-31 km². Et au niveau des épaisseurs, ça varie en fonction des secteurs.
It is incredible to think, isn't it, that it's actually moving these massive thousands upon thousands of tons of ice actually moving, imperceptibly moving. Amazing. Just describing the first ascent of that was in the 1870s.
De 700 mètres de haut traduit un énorme éboulement qui s'est produit en juin 2005. 800 000 tonnes de granit sont tombées. Et donc ce type d'événement participe à couvrir le glacier. Glacier qui normalement devrait être capable d'évacuer tout ça vers le bas.
That peak there is at 3,754 meters. Parasender up there.
Et là, il n'est plus capable d'évacuer tous ces matériaux. Voilà comment en 20 ans on est passé d'un glacier quasiment tout blanc à ce que l'on appelle en glaciologie un
My
glacier
daughter was
noir.
saying that they've got a tandem paraglide
Je vous l'accorde, c'est pas très joli.
sorted from Morzine.
Si on a quelques
I
millimètres de
definitely fancy
poussière, là au
that.
contraire, ça va accélérer la
Might have
fonte.
to be something
Par
for our
contre,
next
là, de
visit.
8-10 cm de cailloux, ça va commencer à le protéger. Donc finalement,
What a
sans
view
ça,
that
au lieu
would be
d'avoir
up there.
perdu
Pretty chilly, but
50 l'année dernière, on aurait perdu
that
22,
is
25
just,
mètres.
that must be just an amazing experience.
Voilà l'évolution du glacier depuis 25 000 ans. Évidemment, il y a encore plein de choses à dire. Donc si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez surtout pas.
There's our return train. Just made it up the hill. Parasender coming down. Well, that's us finished with a little train. That was fun. There's another parasender as well, comes down. I think our eldest wants to take us on one of these, so I think we're going tobogganing. Well, it has to be done, doesn't it? So you can see the luge thingy, what's it, going up there, taking people all the way up. It goes miles up there, and then it comes absolutely charging down. And I have to say, that was a lot of fun. You can't take cameras on there. You can just see a few people zipping down the bends. €8.50, what a laugh. Give it a go. Bit of adrenaline fun.
Well, what can we say? I mean, the views were just a bit good, really.
Off the scale, wasn't it?
Yeah, stunning.
Absolutely off the scale. Really lovely place, wasn't it? Just every corner we turned was incredible, wasn't it?
It was. So
absolutely amazing.
If you're going to Chamonix, definitely do the cable car ride.
Yeah.
And get a fantastic view of Mont Blanc at the top.
Yeah.
Do the train, that's wonderful as well.
Yeah.
We didn't get to do Mer De Glace, but apparently...
Well, Mer De Glace, we obviously got up there from above, as you saw, but it was just that last bit down the cable car into the caves, which was the only bit that was missing. Reopens on the 2nd of June. So.
Yes, so if you can do that, then that's definitely worth doing.
We'll have to come back, won't we?
We will, yeah.
Lots
absolutely.
of times.
Yeah.
Oh, and what about the luge?
Oh, the luge was fun. Yes, I was quite slow going down, so Rhiannon and Bob went first, which is quite right, because I would have held them up otherwise. But it was very good. Yeah, it was.
It was good fun. And I think it was about, what did I say, about €8 or something, so that was a right good laugh. Absolutely brilliant. So, loved having you along, guys. And look out, of course, for the next episode from the beautiful France, the Alps, and much more. See you again very soon.
Yes, see you soon.
See you guys. Bye now.